Hey, this is Knife Standards. Today I'm going to be doing my full review of the Boker USB OTF. But first, please follow me at Knife Standards. You can follow me on Instagram. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for a lot more knife content and weekly knife reviews. Alright, cool. So let's get into it. If you guys watched my first impressions unboxing, you kind of have an idea of what this knife's all about. It is an OTF, out the front knife. It's an automatic knife. Also, I'm not a lawyer, but it is a sub 2-inch blade. So it is legal in some places where other automatics would not be. You know, this is advertised as California legal because it is under that 2-inch mark. So if we go ahead and take a look at this, this is an aluminum body, aluminum scales. It's a collaboration between Cobra-Tech and Boker Plus. So I'm not sure if, I feel like Cobra-Tech, this is made by Cobra-Tech, but I'm not really sure. I couldn't find good info if it's actually manufactured by Boker or Cobra-Tech. I'm gonna put my money on Cobra-Tech, but definitely let me know in the comments if you guys know. But well, let's just get into the action first of all. Action is good. This is a tiny knife, so fits in the palm of my hand. It definitely does look like a USB drive. It's pretty good especially for a tiny automatic knife. You know, it's not on Microtech's level as far as action goes, and as far as feel and materials go, but it's pretty good. Like I definitely felt worse OTFs, and you know, grittier OTFs, or you know, or where you can hear the spring, you know, super loud when you deploy it or when you retract it. So overall, pretty good action. I think these are, they look like T6, which, at least it's not those Microtech, whatever they are, like the Tri-Wing, you know, the proprietary hardware. So you can open this up if you want to. I didn't. I'm not trying to mess with an OTF. I have no reason to yet. It's performed pretty well over the last week. But if you wanted to take it apart, looks like you can with some T6s. So I'll go ahead and leave this guy down here. We'll get into a couple size comparisons. I'll start with a Benchmade Mini Freak, which is substantially bigger. We also got, I have this out on the table, my TRM Neutron 2, again, substantially bigger. And now a better size comparison. We'll get my Berg Blades Bottle Butcher, which is pretty good. It's basically the size of the handle of the USB. Let's get the measuring tape, just see what these guys are at. We know the Mini Freak is about 3 inches for the blade, about 7 overall. For the USB, I know it's under 2 inches. Actually, okay, so it's well under 2 inches. This looks like, yeah, wow. About maybe 1.75 on the blade length, and then overall about 4.5, and then little tiny Berg Blades Bottle Butcher. So we got about 1.5 on the blade, and then about 3 overall. So I'll get this out of the way. Super tiny, although not as tiny as this guy, and really easy to carry. Now, the blade steel is D2. You can read it right there. I'm becoming less and less of a blade steel snob, so D2's fine. It is a kind of like a tiny little compound grind. You see, you got the flat, you got a little fuller switch up top, and then kind of a thick, thick hollow grind. So I'm not sure why. I mean, the fuller looks cool. I'm not sure why they put that, other than just design, you know, other than looks. You got the Cobra Tech logo. Now, this is pretty fidget friendly. I've been playing with this the last couple days, and I'm enjoying it. Now, as far as the upsides to this knife go, it's compact, it'll fit anywhere, you don't even notice that it's in your pocket. The action is solid. You can take it apart with Torx. It's aluminum, so it's nice and light. You know, it feels well made. It's not as sturdy as a Microtech, but it's definitely well crafted. There's no sharp edges. There's nothing that's gonna, you know, make my thumb uncomfortable. And the slider, the OTF button, whatever you call it. What the hell do you call this thing? The you know what I'm talking about. It's just pretty comfortable. Like, this is not messing up my thumb. It's not gonna irritate my thumb or chew it up. So I really enjoy that. Now, as far as the downsides go, there's a couple of them. So the first one, the big one, is that it's just super dull. Like butter knife dull. Nothing. I mean, I don't think I've ever had a duller knife. It's kind of crazy. I'm not sure why they thought that was okay, but I've heard that from other owners of the USB, even in different colors. This comes in a gray, an orange, a purple, a couple of colors. Now, it used to just be in black, black aluminum, and everyone that I've talked to also confirms that it's just super, super dull. So I'm stumped. I don't know why. Does it still cut stuff? Yeah, kind of. But that's ridiculous. Now, the finish on the blade got like a black wash kind of, which I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of. I'd rather see this either totally coated or, you know, actually stonewash would be my go-to for this. What else? Oh, if you notice, there is no pocket clip. So you have the lanyard hole and then nothing. Now, half the people that watch this video or that buy this knife are gonna love that, and they're going to say, yeah, well, I have my lanyard, or I keep it in my fifth pocket and I pull it out with the lanyard, or I use this as a keychain knife. So you guys are not gonna mind. The other half of you, including me, wants a little mini clip. Just a really simple, tiny clip would be great. I would love to wear this in my fifth pocket on a, you know, clipped in to my pants. I think that would really be useful. You know, I don't want this getting lost in my pocket, or I have to go digging around for it, because it's super tiny, super light. So that's for me, that's a downside. Also, it's aluminum, but I'm not sure if it's the coating or just that it's super tiny, but as soon as my hands get sweaty, there's just no grip, and there's nothing to grip onto. Whereas normally I would kind of pinch the clip, but there's just nothing. So I found myself kind of slipping and having to really dig down on the button, or on the slider, actuator, or whatever. As far as ergos go, not bad, not great, but it's just so slick. It's just so slippery. This aluminum is really kind of greased up. And you see there's a little bit of, I don't know if they meant that as jimping, but or if it's just their design, but there's a tiny little bit of jimping. But I would really like to see some substantial jimping. If they're not going to put a clip and they're really against the clip, then let's go ahead and see some aggressive jimping back here, so I can rest my pointer finger on there, have something to grip onto as I deploy the knife. That'd be nice. Also, when I'm in here trying to get a grip, this is just so slick and slippery. You know, I knew what to expect, but if I was using this knife for the first time, I could easily slip off. It's just not, well, I wouldn't cut myself because the thing is so dull, but you could easily slip off either under here or above. So super slick. I'd love to see some jimping. As far as blade play, nothing crazy. You can get a little rattle, but Microtechs have that too sometimes, so nothing I'm worried about. Overall, I thought that I would like this knife a lot more than I actually do. It's nice. It's not expensive. I think that I want to say this is $50, $60. It's a cool little knife to have, but deal breaker for me. And yeah, I know, guys, I could sharpen it. I know. But you know, the knife should come sharp, especially when it has this serious of a bevel. This thing should be sharp. And it would be cool if they improved on the design and added a clip or added some jimping so this thing doesn't slip. Overall, it's not my favorite, but it's definitely a cool little budget knife, budget steel, and I know a lot of people that would think it's a cool gift, you know, like, here's your USB drive. It's a good name, but overall, not really for me. I'd rather spend the money on a Microtech or a mini Troodon if you needed to be under that 2-inch legal limit, if you have any restrictions where you live. So overall, but cool little design. Definitely room for improvement. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate the support, and I'll catch you guys later.